Hey everybody, it's Eric in the garden. It's Sunday afternoon. We've been pretty cloudy here in eastern North Carolina the last couple days, so I'm trying to take advantage of that and finish up some of my weeding. I was hoping it wouldn't take so long, but it's amazing just a few weeds how much time it adds up to. The point of this video is going to talk a little bit about weeding, but what's your favorite tool to do weeding? I have some special tools in the garden that have really helped me out. I want to show you some of the weeding I've done so far. Again, the beds are starting to look pretty good. This is our second flush of blooms here in eastern North Carolina. So this bed is pretty much done. Got a few more to do. Did this one yesterday. I showed you this the other day. This is a Claire Elise, beautiful newer rose from John Smith, and it's been out a little while. Another one I like a lot is Mr. Caleb, pretty red rose. So still have some work to do, but the drip irrigation's down. So now I'm going to focus on weeding and deadheading. So in my yard I put down some pine straw mulch, and I do have some weed control with that, but you can see some weeds still crop up. The biggest one I've had so far outside of the nutsedge, which is this grassy type of weed here. Real easy to pull up, but it has a lot of underground roots, so kind of hard to get the whole thing. I've actually tried to spray that a little bit because I want to kill everything under the ground. But the next biggest weed I've had in my garden is crabgrass. The negative would be it gets extremely big. The benefit is once you get a couple clumps up, your weeding is done pretty quickly. So I want to talk a little bit about what you have in your garden for weeding. These are gloves, either lambskin or sheepskin, I can't remember, but very nice gloves. They don't let any of the prickles or thorns on a rose bush get you. So these are really nice. And this tool here I love for weeding. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it kind of almost has like a snake head to it at the top. Very sharp. And what I like about it is, especially with this crabgrass, it can really pop up the weed pretty easily. So you've got this weed here. Traditionally I would take my garden gloves and try to yank it up, and it's kind of hard, but with this you can kind of get in there and just lift. Look how easy that weed came up. So I like to try to not disturb the soil as much as possible. So with that I just shake off the dirt and the mulch, and then put it in my bucket there of weeds. So I do have a hoe, a garden hoe. Again, because of soil structure, I try not to disturb the soil as much as possible. Have a lot of good things going on in the soil, and I don't want to mess up that structure. So this tool right here, I love it. Again, you just hit the ground by the weed itself, and look how easy that pulls up, and pretty quickly. With this crabgrass, I know it's a big weed, but you can get it up pretty quickly and clear out an area. So that's it for today. Just want to talk a little bit about some of the tools that I'm using in the garden. This is Alina right now. It's a really pretty yellow rose. So comment below, what are some of the things that you use in your garden to do weeding? Do you hand weed, which I do some of? Do you have any special tools that you use? Let us know in the comment section below. Do you use some type of killer, like something like a Roundup, Gypsophate? Do you use that to control your weed issues? Curious what folks do. I know there's a lot of different methods we can use in order to keep our bed weed free. I'm gonna last leave you with some of these pots on the deck. If you've been following the last couple weeks, these are looking outstanding. This one is from Palatine Roses. They always send a good mail order bare root in the mail. This is Dolly Parton, and if you've been following along, these are my two Louise Estes maidens. If you've been following us the last couple weeks, I've been consistently pinching any buds that formed on them off. So I haven't had any blooms on these yet. Here and here are the two side canes, and the middle is the terminal one, and the two side ones are actually taller now. So now I have 3 strong canes coming out of the bud union, and this will continue to get bigger as we head into summer. So big fan of potted roses and ones that you are trying to grow a good root structure and leaves on it before you plant. Is just any buds you see. I know it's hard, but just pinch them off and what will happen is, again, with the plant not trying to develop blossoms, it's sending all that energy down to the roots and the leaves and getting this bush off to a healthy start. So when I put it in the ground, it will be able to take off. So that's it for today. Comment below, again, how do you weed your garden? Over the next couple days, hopefully I'll be done with this and I'll show you the final output of the drip irrigation and how that worked out. Hope everybody had a good weekend, enjoying the cloudy conditions here in eastern North Carolina. Much nicer to weed when it's 80 out and cloudy than 95 in the sun. Have a good weekend, everybody.